So, what would a new Trump travel ban look like under this current administration? As you know, we've heard a lot of things coming from this administration, including many executive orders. Right now, there's a massive push to deport people from inside the United States. But what about those coming in? What about the travel bans that we're so worried about? Well, guess what? In one of his executive orders, a major travel ban was mentioned kind of between the lines. I'll tell you what it is and how you can prepare for it as well. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, I want to talk specifically about a new proposed travel ban under the Trump administration. While it was not officially announced, it was definitely mentioned in one of its new executive orders. And I want to break it down for you because it's not only a travel ban, it's also going to be impacting people inside the United States. Those of you that enter the country after 2021 on student visas, work visas, and any other status, you'll be impacted under this travel ban if your country is one of those countries on the list. So what it means, how this travel ban, future travel ban, compares to what we've seen in 2017, and some things you can do to prepare right now in case your country is also mentioned on that list. So why do we think a travel ban is coming? Well, on its first day in office, Trump signed many executive orders. But one of them in particular has a lot of hints and specifically implies that a new travel ban is coming very soon. This executive order is called Protecting the United States from Foreign Terrorists and Other International Threats. And specifically, this particular order outlines how a travel ban could be implemented, when and who might be impacted. Whatever that travel ban is going to look like, many experts say that it will have a lot of the same similarities in the way it was implemented, just like executive orders, just like the travel bans we've seen early 2017. So in order to understand what the new travel ban will look like, specifically how it will impact people currently inside the United States, as well as those coming into the United States, let's understand how travel bans in 2017 looked like under the Trump administration. If you remember, a week after Trump took office in 2017, he implemented a travel ban that blocked immediately 7 countries. These countries were the Muslim, and they had a travel ban for 90 days, essentially blocking people from those countries from coming into the United States. These countries were Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. All these countries were impacted by the travel bans of 2017. The Trump administration also mentioned back in 2017 that many other countries, even outside those 7, have very bad vetting processes, allowing their citizens to come to the United States. States must create better ways to vet who's coming in, who's staying, should be removed from inside the United States, even after a visa was issued. And essentially, the 2017 bans did more than just limit people from coming in. It created a lot of backlog in visas. Many applicants were refused visas, were placed in admin processing, and had their cases sitting there for years and years, even after the bans were lifted. The problem was, if you remember, that even green card holders that were stuck overseas couldn't come back to the United States when that ban was implemented. Guess what? Similar thing will happen right now. If you're a green card holder and this ban is going to take place in 60 days, according to the new executive order, you'll have problems to come back to the United States. But I'll talk about that in a second. So let's talk about this. Has Trump actually introduced a new travel ban in 2025? Before we answer that question, if you're here for the first time joining this channel, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Click the notification bell so every time we post a video or go live, you'll be notified. Also, give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. If you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. Click the link and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. Now, let's go back into the video. So has Trump introduced a new travel ban in 2025? As of the recording of this video, in February of 2025, no new travel ban has been introduced as of yet. However, the executive order that was signed on January 20th, 2025 does pave the way for a massive travel ban that might be coming in the next 60 days. So what might a new travel ban look like in 2025? In his executive order, Protecting the United States from Foreign Terrorists and Other National Security, Trump specifically said that within 60 days, they're going to look into certain countries that don't have proper vetting procedures and start looking at those people and make a list of those countries that pose a risk to the United States national security and possibly harboring terrorists as well. Trump said he's going to ban refugee resettlement programs from terror-infested countries like those coming from Gaza. He also said, this is his own words. So what does it mean in practice? If you remember, in 2017, in addition to the 7 Muslim countries I mentioned before, other countries were added to the bans. Countries like Venezuela, Nigeria, and North Korea. In fact, Venezuela already lost its TPS status in the United States, and thousands of people from Venezuela might be forced to leave the United States in the next several weeks. If you look at it in practical terms, what the Trump administration is doing, they're kind of working backwards. They're basically looking at who they want to keep out of the United States and then working backwards to justify the reasons why they should do so. But this executive order goes even further from what they've done in 2017. They're saying, let's examine those countries we're going to list and see which citizens from those countries already entered the United States after 2021 and determine on which visas they came, what are they doing right now, and if it's possible to remove them from the United States if they are part of that list and if they haven't passed the current vetting processes that they implemented. Even people currently in the United States in legal status with valid visas could be impacted by this travel ban. What is interesting is and unclear currently by reading this executive order is, first of all, how many other countries are going to be added to the list? And if those countries are on the list, how will it impact their citizens currently inside the United States on work visas, on student visas, and possibly even people that have some green cards? Will a travel ban face legal challenges? Of course it will. The ACLU and many other organizations are preparing to file lawsuits, injunctions against this administration. The problem is that it's very difficult to overturn these executive orders. And also, if somebody is already overseas waiting for the visa to be adjudicated, trying to get an appointment, if the State Department is going to create complex mechanisms for people to apply for appointments or make the backlogs even longer, guess what? More and more people from these countries will be stuck waiting for visa appointments and other things that they need to be able to come to the United States. The biggest thing that I've seen with this executive order is that it has a provision there that says they have to evaluate all visa programs that were issued to those nationals from those countries and then make a determination whether they should be able to keep those visas or terminate that and allow those nationals to leave the country. I mean, you've seen this happen right now. This is not science fiction. This happened to the TPS program from Venezuela. They essentially evaluated, made the decision to stop the program, and now thousands of people from Venezuela lost their legal status after having TPS. This exact same mechanism could be implemented for all these countries that will be listed that are supposedly will be banned from coming into the United States, and also the nationals currently inside the United States will potentially lose their visa status, and even if they are green card holders, might be at risk. Again, this is all things that we are predicting based on reading this executive order and what we've seen happen in 2017 under the previous travel bans. As of now, there is no travel ban yet, but that executive order said that they're calling for vetting and implementation of a list of countries 60 days from the moment it was signed, which means that we're looking at way into April for this to happen. So just be prepared. This video is for your information only. The bottom line is that you should not discount the fact that there possibly could be a travel ban coming in the next few months. And if you are supposed to get a visa stamping, if you're supposed to apply for a tourist visa, student visa, or work visa, and you potentially could be from one of these countries, you should take action right now. Try to get an appointment sooner. Try to leave the country right now, get visa stamping, and come back before the travel ban's potential implementation. Proactive thinking, proactive action is the best policy to protect your visa status and your family's visa status. If you have any questions or any comments, I'd love to hear. If you're worried about travel bans, drop them in the comments in this video. Subscribe to my channel, follow my videos every single week. We got new information for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.